Alright, hi guys, welcome to this pick a card on what's going to be happening in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I have timestamps down below for where all the piles are at. I'm going to give you a little life update as to what's been going on with me. If you don't want to hear it, it's fine. There's timestamps where there's a pick a card selection, so go ahead and skip ahead in the description box. Okay. I haven't really been giving a lot of content lately. If you've been watching me on Instagram, I've been going through a hard time. This past year was pretty rough. I had long COVID, and it just pretty much lasted most of the year, and now I'm just struggling with my mental health and depression and anxiety. So I haven't really been able to create content. I've been missing it. I've been missing you guys, and I love doing this, so it's been really hard not to be able to put energy into this. But I'm starting to get better. I'm putting some pieces to the puzzle together, and I'm getting more information as to what's going on with my body. I've just been spending a lot of time in meditation, going within. I've been exploring a new relationship with my new boyfriend, which has been very healing, very beautiful, and I'm doing okay. I want to get more into kind of what I've been going through and what I've been learning about depression in another video eventually, because I do like to open up about my struggles and share it with you guys. It helps me, it helps you, helps us feel less alone, right? But for now, I'm excited to do a pick a card. I'm feeling a little bit better today, and I figured it'd be a good day to channel some messages. So, with that, I'm going to start with group number 1. So, if you had pile number 1, you chose this card, and you got Beyond the Ordinary. Love that. I love this card. I'm going to show you all the cards I pulled for you. We have the God of Indulgence. We have Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords, Goddess of Awakening. We have the energy is gaining momentum, action, making a choice, and then Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. I've been getting the energy for this group that things have been moving kind of slow for you. Maybe this past year, maybe the past few months have been just moving slow. Like you've been progressing, you've been awakening, all these beautiful things have happened to you, but it's been just dragging in a sense. I feel a little bit of frustration in my energy like this. When is this going to happen? When are things going to get better? When am I going to be able to breathe a little bit more? And when I see that first card, that God of Indulgence, it says, it's all right, stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence and balance is healthy. I'm getting the sense that maybe you think that you're moving at a slower pace because you haven't been doing enough. Like there's more you should be doing. You should be in a better place by now, whether that's financially, with your health, with your job, whatever it is you're struggling with. Maybe it's your mental health. Maybe you feel like you should be at a better place by now because of all the work that you've done. So maybe there's this inner critic that's maybe like, what did I do wrong? What did I not do enough of? But I'm hearing that's not the case. I feel like you've grown so much in your ability to see the world at such a large capacity. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You've learned how to see the world through so many different perspectives. You've gained so much knowledge through this journey. Because slow and steady wins the race. You've gained so much knowledge. You've built like a whole new foundation for yourself. And I feel like in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're kind of You're taking a break from all of that work that you've done. This Eight of Pentacles in reverse and this Queen of Swords upright, you're learning just to sit in your energy more. Sit in what you've learned. Sit and reflect and enjoy how much you've grown, if that makes sense. And I like how we have the Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. So I feel like in the next 2 to 3 weeks with that card, then we have the energy that's gaining momentum right next to action. This is basically saying things are going to start moving forward. Things are going to pick up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You're not going to be doing so much of the inner work of the meditation, or it could not pertain to your spiritual growth. This could pertain to your work and your job. It could pertain to any part of your life where you've been putting most of your focus. But I feel like there's going to be opportunities now that are just going to move you forward. Move you out of this. It feels like maybe you're stuck in a rut. It's going to move you out of that. And I like how we have making a choice next to beyond the ordinary. There's going to be some big decision for you to make. I feel like this has to do with your career, your job. Could have to do with your creative hobbies, but I feel like this is a big decision that's coming up for you to make in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Something's going to happen. Maybe there's going to be a job opportunity, or you're going to apply for a new position. There's going to be a promotion within the place that you work. Maybe you've been craving something different, something more challenging, something more where you can give to others and help others, maybe something more meaningful. But I love this. You're stepping into a whole new cycle. It's like a new cycle, a new beginning, really, a new beginning, because your energy is completely changing. And I feel like your guides are saying, your spirit team, they're really proud of you for all the work that you've done. Don't underestimate how much you put into yourself, into your work, into what you've been doing. Don't underestimate that, because you have been doing more than enough. And it was moving at the pace that it needed to at the time, and now things are going to start to pick up. So get ready. Get excited. I feel like they're going to start to pick up, and you're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. How people get on a horse, and the horse will start, if the horse gets excited, it just starts running, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's the energy I'm getting for this group. So let's pull more cards. I feel like I got everything from these, but I want to get some more messages for you. Okay, for your next pull of cards, we have Radical Self-Love, Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Nourishment, Angel of Love, Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess, God of Conflict Resolution. A lot of self-love. Angel of Love, self-love, the High Priestess. There's this energy of more self-love coming into your life. I feel like you have a lot of self-love, but you've been in this self-conflict energy. There's a feeling of fighting with yourself, arguing with yourself, maybe trying to rush things forward. You're trying to get somewhere really quickly. You're trying to get to a better place. And I feel like you've put an end to so many things recently. This past year, you've put an end to so many things, and you really learned how to take care of your body better in so many ways, and you're learning what foods that your body flourishes on. There's just this sense of rush, trying to hurry. What I'm hearing for this group is that the more you sit in silence, the more you will understand. The more you will hear, the more you will know. The more you sit in silence, the more you send love to yourself, the more you will appreciate life and feel better about the situation you're in. I relate to this group a lot. A lot. You're very intuitive. Extremely. I feel like you know that. You're like, yeah, I know. But sometimes you don't trust your intuition. You kind of fight with yourself a little bit. Maybe you argue with yourself or the information that comes in. Or maybe you just have a hard time sitting in silence to receive the messages that you need. But focus on that more in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. And again, we have this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about going after what you want and getting to be where you need to be. And I feel like things are going to start picking up for you in a sense. Like things are going to move forward, but you still need to take the time to sit in your energy and sit in silence and meditation and connect with your spirit guides. It's going to be so important for you because there's going to be so much happening and so many new things coming in and people and opportunities that it's going to help you manage it better the more you connect with your intuition. Don't make any rash decisions, basically. I don't feel like this group really does, but it's kind of just a reminder that take your time, sit with it, see what feels best for you, because a lot is going to be happening. A lot of good things. These are all good things. I don't see a lot of bad things happening or big tests. It feels like good opportunities coming in for this group in the next few weeks here. So I feel like there's one more message. Give me a second. Okay, the last message I feel like that's happening, this has been something that's been happening to you, but I feel like in the next 2 to 3 weeks there's going to be some closure around any resistance to money, the energy of money. Maybe you've struggled with money in the past. I don't know necessarily that you're struggling right now, but I feel as though you want to become more abundant, and I feel like you've realized that there are some blockages there when it comes to manifesting more money. And I feel like something's coming to an end around that, where you're going to be able to bring in even more abundance and more money in a material sense. Or, possibly in the next few weeks there's going to be more awareness around that blockage so you can start to work on it and heal it. But there's some big shift in that energy happening for you in the next few weeks too, which is going to be really good because it's going to help you bring in more money, and who doesn't like more money? So, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this helped you. Comment down below if you want to let me know. I'd love to connect, and I'm sending lots of love to you, and I'm excited for all these opportunities. You deserve it. Love you. All right, group number 2. So if you picked this card, you picked the Stag Spirit, take the lead. And I love this because I've been resonating with the Stag Spirit, so I was really excited to pull this out. One of my friends, she's pretty intuitive, and she said I came to her in a dream as a stag, and yeah, it was cool. So I don't know, I resonate with it. Anyways, the rest of your cards, we have Growth, Beginnings, Full Moon and Eclipse, which says conclusions are within reach. Full Moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. Then we have the King of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like just taking a big deep breath for this group because I feel like you've been through a lot. This group's been through a lot. I feel this heavy energy. This past year, maybe even longer, has been hard for you. You've grown so much. I feel like you're such a different person. I feel as though for this group, you've become such a different version of yourself every year. Or maybe every month for some of you, but it's been this progression. And seeing this growth card, how she's growing from the earth, and she's holding this watch. It's like a pocket watch, right? I think is what you would call it. Because a lot of time has passed, I feel. But this group, you are so connected to the earth. You are so connected to everything. You're very intuitive, empathic, and wow, you've learned so many beautiful things. But my heart goes out to you because you've struggled. and life's not been easy for you. You're definitely teachers, because I feel like whenever I feel an energy of a group that's gone through a lot, it's had a really rough go, a lot of the times you're here to turn your pain into power, turning those lessons you've learned into lessons to teach others, to help others get through the same kind of thing. So some of you, it might be physical problems, mental health problems. Maybe you've been in abusive situations, but it's been heavy, whatever you've been in. There's been maybe addiction for some of you, maybe a bunch of it all mixed in together, maybe there's more than one thing you've been through. And I love this beginnings card. Because you're stepping, it shows, this card's so beautiful because it's like this snowy, wintry, kind of gloomy area, night, dark night of the soul, stepping into this sunshine, right? I feel like you're stepping into this new era. Things are going to get lighter for you. We have conclusions are within reach. You're stepping into a new version that's going to be lighter. A new version of yourself. And I can tell with this King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, you've been waiting for a while. I feel like you're still waiting. There's a lot of a mix of energies because I feel for you that you've been through so much, but you're still so positive. And you still have continued to find blessings within the chaos. And I feel as though you go back and forth of this. Maybe you're struggling with depression or anxiety, or like some sort of health thing that flares up, like something that doesn't happen all the time, but maybe it like some days you feel okay and then some days you feel horrible, because I'm getting this energy of like horrible and then good, or maybe things will be going good in your life, but then all of a sudden it's like back to where it was, and it's like this back and forth kind of energy is what I'm feeling, because King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, and then Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of different energy happening. Reflective energy, waiting, inner work. But I feel like you've done such an amazing job. First of all, I have to say that. You've done such an amazing job. And I feel a lot of energy in the group for here. Like pressure. Like an anxiety or like depression or just like an overwhelming feeling. Something's causing you to feel like that. It's heavy. It's like hard for me to breathe right now. And I relate to this group. I relate to this group a lot. A lot. I've been struggling with mental health, so I know. It's not fun. But I feel as though you've been picking up the pieces. This putting yourself back together into this version of yourself, this healthy, abundant version that you know is there. It's been a process. You've been finding things that have been helping here and there, which has been giving you some hope. And I feel as though things are just going to continue to pick up and get better. And I do feel as though when things are feeling better for you and you're in a better place, you're going to have more clarity as to why you went through all of those things, why you had to go through all of that, why it was necessary. Because I feel like you're going to be helping people that are going through that. You're going to be doing something to inspire people or help people, and what you're going to be doing is going to be heavy work, but you're going to have the strength to do it because of everything that you've gone through. You're going to have that ability. You're going to have that foundation. I feel like keep focusing on yourself. Keep being selfish with your energy. Keep putting yourself first. I know you've been doing that, but like, keep focusing on that. Also, remember to spend time focusing on all of the good things that have happened over the past year or two, because it's easy to kind of reflect on the bad things that have happened and kind of get overwhelmed by all the things that we've been through. It's not a bad thing to reflect on that. It's not bad. It's just don't spend too much time, right, reflecting on that bad. We want to make sure you're spending an even amount of time reflecting upon the good things that have happened to you, the blessings that have come in, the clarity, the growth. And that can be hard when you're feeling in this lower energy. I know it can be really hard. Alright, so if any of you have been struggling with some health problems or mental health or anything, I've been taking this new herb that's been amazing for me, and I keep hearing it, so I'm just going to share it. Of course, always consult with your doctor, but I'm just going to share it. Do your research. See if it intuitively feels right for you. I feel like this group, you're very good at connecting with your intuition and knowing if something feels right or wrong, so make sure you do that. But it's called astragalus. Astragalus. I think that's how you spell it. Astragalus. Anyways, it's been very helpful for me, and I feel like I need to tell this group. So I'm just going to put it out there, and you can do your research. It's a very common herb in Chinese medicine, and it's been very helpful for me. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else is going on for this group. Alright, so the next cards we have are the Nine of Wands in reverse, Four of Swords, Six of Cups, Antelope Spirit, Life is Speeding Up, Close Encounters, Earth Magic, Bring Love into the Situation, Your Hard Work is Paying Off. So first of all, for this group, I just want to say, things are going to radically change for you the next 2 to 3 weeks. There's a lot of conclusions. There's completion of a cycle. There's something ending. There's a new realization. And I feel like when I look at these first cards, the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's like the Nine of Wands upright, to me, it's like you're almost there. Don't give up. And the Nine of Wands in reverse is like you're there. And the Four of Swords, usually it's about rest. But I feel like you're getting to this place of where you're going to be feeling good, where you feel like you can just completely relax and rest. You're going to be at a better place. A lot of you, I feel like it has to do with your health or your mental health, but it could take for what it resonates. It could be something else in your life that's going on. But for a lot of you, I feel like it has to do with something around that. You're going to feel so much better. You're just going to be able to relax more. You're not going to be always like, do I need to take this? Do I need to do that? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do this? Did I drink enough water? Do I need to take this supplement? Is this going to help me? Do I need to your mind's going to just be more at ease. And I feel like you're just going to be enjoying life more. And you're going to be in a more playful energy. And I love how the Antelope Spirit came through twice. Because we have the Antelope Spirit says life is speeding up. And then below it, it's the same animal here. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So you might want to look up more about the antelope spirit animal, because that could be resonating for you right now. And I feel like when you see a lot of twos, repetitive twos or repetitive ones, that could be another big sign for you. But yeah, you're going from this almost this worrying energy. That's what I feel right now. It's this anxious energy of worrying. When's it going to get better? What do I need to do to make this better? How can I fix this? And I feel like you're moving away from that. And with this Close Encounters card and this Earth Magic, I feel like there's going to be new energies coming into your life. New people, new experiences. Maybe you're going to be helping people that have gone through what you went through, and you're going to be helping people move away from that energy, heal that energy. And I love how it's this Earth Magic. So maybe you're going to be using the earth, using the minerals, the elements, maybe even stones. Maybe using more of them in your practice. I feel like they could be very beneficial, finding different stones and seeing which ones resonate for you and which ones you need at certain times of the day as well. I feel like maybe in the morning you want to use rose quartz, and at night you want to use jasper. I don't know. I'm just making this up, but I feel like that could be something that would really help you as well. And I feel with this group, you are leaders, you are teachers. You're definitely going to be helping people in some type of way. Even if it's not professionally, you're just an amazing person. You have good energy, and your energy is going to be very reflective upon people. And I love how this card says bring love into the situation, because I feel like no matter when or how you're helping people, it's not always about exactly what you say or how you say it. It's about the love that you bring into that situation. If you're bringing love and compassion and caring about that person and being genuine, that's what people need more than anything. People need love. They need somebody to be there for them and listen and validate them. That's the most important thing I've realized even when I give readings. And that's what I need too as a person. Like, people need to feel validated. When people are going through a lot of hardships, it can make you feel kind of crazy. So people need to be heard and seen and loved and validated and just given the compassion that they need to be able to heal, to be able to process what they're going through and to be able to move forward. But you've put a lot of work into yourself, into your life, and you've done so much, and I just feel like you're going from this heavy feeling to this lighter feeling. It's almost going to be weird because you're not going to be used to it. But I'm excited for this group. Things are getting better. Things are speeding up. I know you might have a hard time believing me because of all that you've been through, and I get it. I have a hard time believing myself sometimes, but I feel like you've been getting signs. You even might be seeing, like, consecutive numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, like that. Those numbers, to me, when you see numbers in a row like that, are very symbolic of going in the right steps, going in the right direction, taking the right steps. So I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys. If it resonated, I'd love to hear from you if you want to comment. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, group number 3. If you pick this card, you have Storm Fields. Which, like, don't get scared. I don't feel like this is something that's happening in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I feel as though this is something that's already been going on, but we'll get into that. So I'm going to just go over all the cards. We have Storm Fields, listening, understanding, adjustments are required, strife, the rock star, prudence, and nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. So, okay. What I'm picking up is there's some sort of situation that maybe has been happening. It could be with work. It could be with a friend, family. And I feel like whoever is handling this situation, the other people in this situation, because I do feel like it has to do with people, I feel like they're not really handling it well. They're not handling it maturely. They're not speaking with good communication. And I feel as though you're learning how to communicate better through this because they don't know how to. So it's like you're having to change the way you handle situations. And maybe this is a situation that hasn't happened yet for some of you, but I feel like maybe something has happened within it, and maybe it's going to get a little bit bigger. Like the storm's been brewing, but something's going to happen. And it's not to scare you because this is something you can handle. It's not necessarily something bad or something that you did bad. It's kind of like something that happened because the other people in this party responded immaturely and don't have the emotional capacities to be an adult. I feel like the people in this party are getting triggered and they're reacting. And you're like, wow, these people are being children. But that's why we have the listening card. It's important to listen to these people and practice understanding. There's a lot of compassion that needs to come to the situation. And I feel like there's going to be some resolution in this. You bringing compassion and understanding and just listening, even when it doesn't seem like there's enough reason to do it, or it doesn't seem reasonable, or it seems silly. You're almost like you're seeing adults have tantrums. And I feel as though there's not really anything that's, like, nothing will come of the situation. It's not like you're just going to win the situation and people are going to be like, oh, you were right all along. But you're going to be learning a lot about people in this and how to, like, bring compassion. Because I feel like this is going to be triggering for you, too, in a sense. this conflict, this interaction. And I like these cards at the bottom. So we have the Rock Star and the Prudence. In this Eight of Pentacles, he's looking at something. He's finely tuning these watches. He's looking at the details and the intricate. I don't know how to say that word. The intricate details? We'll say it like that. I was getting my tongue twisted. Of the watches, and he was kind of analyzing it and putting them together little pieces, and I feel like that's going to be you. You're going to be analyzing this, and you're going to be like, okay, well, this person clearly has trauma around this, and this is how they need more love and compassion, and I'm just going to bring that to them. I'm not going to try to fix them and try to tell them what they've been doing wrong, and like, look, that's not how you talk to people, even though like that's kind of what you want to do. You're going to take a deep breath. You're gonna be a rock star in the situation. You're gonna be like, I'm not gonna let this person trigger me because they don't know how to handle their emotions and they don't know how to properly respond in a compassionate way. I'm still gonna hold my own and hold my ground. And I feel like this is gonna be a very powerful moment for you, group number 3. I hope I'm not like scaring with this, because this isn't gonna be scary. Like, this is gonna be a little frustrating, I feel like. At first, you're going to be a little like, oh, but then you're going to see it from a bigger picture, and you're going to realize what you need to do, and you're going to be okay that there's like no resolution to it. You're just going to understand that that's how these people are, that's how they operate. I don't feel like these people are treating you rudely. They're not really being mean, they're just being kind of immature. That's what I think. Could be different for all of you, but... And I see what this five of, it's the 5 of Wands over here in the bottom left, and it says strife, and they're arm wrestling, and you can see the one guy is like really having a hard time and really putting all his energy in, and then the woman, she looks like she's like kind of laughing, and I feel like she's almost like I'm getting this energy of letting them win. Let them win. Or let them think they've won. This situation, this storm field, isn't about winning. It's about understanding what's happening, and it's about taking the higher road and just bringing love and compassion into the situation and bringing more peace into your body so that these things don't trigger you as much. That's what this is about. It's not about winning. It's not about showing the other person what they did wrong or changing that person or fixing that person, because that person's in their energy. And they're going to continue to be like that. And it's not going to change unless they reflect upon it or they seek out help for that. Right? And they become aware of the fact that it's a problem. Because I don't think they're even aware. And you can't help someone that's not even aware of their toxic issues. So you just have to let them be. Which can be hard when you see it very clearly. And you're like, yeah, I just want to shake you, right? But I understand this energy. This is similar to something that's going on in my life, and it's helping me reflect upon that right now. So it can be hard to bring love and compassion into a situation and understanding when someone is being childish or not fair or not what they think you should do, you think that they should do. But that's a big thing that's happening the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to end that there. I hope that was clear enough. If it didn't make sense for you, maybe it will in the next few weeks, or maybe that message wasn't for you. But I felt like that was pretty specific for certain people. So, but I want to pull more cards. So let's see what else is going on. Okay, so for the next cards, we have Great Big Love, Angel of Guidance, Goddess of Beauty, Goddess of Strength, the perfection of your life, release the dark wound, let love live, and big bold vision. Okay. I was really like feeling connected to my necklace. First of all, I want to say for this group, this is labradorite. I feel like the stone could really help you, really protect you. It's a very protective stone, very intuitive stone, very healing. So if you feel connected to it, I would suggest getting it. Not a very expensive stone, so very affordable, but very powerful. And I love how this great big love card came through first, because there's just a big emphasis on you focusing on loving for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Learning to love in a new way. Because you are a very loving person. I don't think you're not. I think you're very compassionate and loving and understanding. But there's even like more loving compassion coming into your life in a sense of how you expand it and share it with other people. Because love is such a healing energy. Love, compassion, understanding is what people need more than anything, and I feel like you're expanding upon that in the next few weeks. And right next to it, as the angel of guidance, a renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So this new sense of direction that's coming in for you in these next few weeks is going to be centered around love and the importance of love. And then we have Goddess of Beauty. You're a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. So again, when I'm saying like loving more, it's not like you haven't been loving enough. It's not what I'm saying. Because maybe your mind goes there sometimes. Where haven't been loving enough? Where have I not been compassionate enough? No, you are one. I feel like you're so loving and compassionate already compared to like a lot of people on this planet. You have so much love and compassion. I feel as though it's hard for all of us to share love and compassion when we're triggered, when we're tested. And you're going to be able to share it even in those moments, which very few people can do. It can be very, very hard to do that when someone is treating you like crap or speaking poorly of you or doing you wrong. It can be hard, to be able to balance like stepping in your power, standing up for yourself while still holding in that energy of love. That can be a very hard balancing act for people, but there's something about you learning how to do that in the next few weeks, or you just doing it naturally. You're like, oh wow, I just did that. That's what Megan was talking about, and I just did it. That was it. It's a really powerful, very hard thing to do. So this is very beautiful that you're even at a place that you're able to do this. The perfection of your life. Release the dark moon. Let love live. Love, love, love. Big, bold vision. Wow, it's a really big energy for you. It's hard to even put into words how I'm trying to explain this. But it's almost as though we all have triggers, right? Everybody has things that irk them, that get to them. For me, one of my biggest triggers is if people imply that I'm stupid or that I'm dumb, even if it's in a joking way, like making a blonde joke about me. Oh, Megan, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so silly, Megan. Like, if people just talk in a certain tone and make a comment, it makes me just want to scream. It makes me so mad. And everybody has certain triggers, and it's all based off of our trauma as a child, right? I mean, for the most part. And I feel like you're moving past that. It's like you see what's happening now. You're like clear about it, and it's not that it won't still bother you, but you don't react anymore. It's like, oof, that hurt, but you take a deep breath, you see it for what it is, and you're okay. You're so strong in your energy, and you've built such a strong foundation for yourself. It's like you have this whole new level of strength that even your triggers can't break down. And you're going to be like, who am I? What just happened? How am I okay? Normally that would have set me off. I would have cried. I would have gotten really angry. And I'm okay. And I'm still able to be a compassionate person through that experience. Something about the fish is really resonating. We do have a lot of butterflies here, but there's something about the fish, like the koi fish, or some sort of, like, I feel like the fish right now is your spirit animal. So I'm going to look into that. But the fish, when I think of that animal, I don't really know a lot about the koi fish, but they do live in water, right? And water can be a representation of our emotions and how we feel. And this fish swims through the water very easily, right? They breathe underwater, and they love it. They need the water. And it's like you're just living in your emotions to the full extent, and you're thriving with your emotions. You're not drowning under them. You're not being held under and feeling like you can't escape. It's like you're breathing in the water and you're thriving in it. I also feel like you're coming into this new flow state in the next few weeks of seeing the beauty in your life in a clearer way. You're going to start to see the perfection of your life. I keep seeing like geometry, like shapes, but you're just going to see your life in a new light. A new light. You're going to understand more of the ebb and flow. The synchronicities are going to be clear and more vivid. And it's just going to be much more magical and much more in a flow state where things are working together and you can kind of see the bigger picture, if that makes sense. And again, going back to the angel of guidance, a renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So that's all going to tie in together. A lot more clarity. And there's a lot of emphasis around the third eye in a lot of these pictures. So your third eye is going to be really opening up. And it makes sense with that loving energy, because the more love and compassion we have, the more clarity and like the more our intuition can open up and thrive, because of that love being like the most powerful energy. So this group is cool. I like this group. I like you guys. I'm excited for you. You're very strong. You've got this. Things are going to be happening in a really beautiful way for you. If this resonated, you want to reach out, I'd love to hear from you. So comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.